Well, in our first half hour, we told you about the mayor of Santa Fe who says that he is getting help for alcoholism after some controversial Facebook posts. So we wanted to talk more about addiction. It can lead to poor decision making. We have Vaughn Gilmore, who is the director of addiction services at the Menninger Clinic. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is such a hard topic to talk about for families because they might not understand if one of their loved ones or themselves have this. So how hard is it to quit?
Sure. I mean, if somebody is interested in making a change to their alcohol use, really what I recommend is starting with some type of helping professional, a counselor, a therapist, a social worker. Any of these professionals can help you with looking at your drinking to even make that decision. Do you need to cut back completely? Can you moderate your use? There's a lot of different strategies and ways that someone can help you with making changes, short term and long term.
I think it's also important to note that there are so many people battling this, so they're not alone. What is the array of people that you encounter that are suffering from this?
Sure. Alcohol is actually one of the substances that we see people struggling with the most in our clinic. And so what we are really initially trying to do is help them figure out like what kind of changes they want to make and then connecting them to resources. We know that people are able to make changes to their alcohol or other drug use, often not only with professional help, but with peer support. Connecting with people that have had shared experiences can really help reduce some of the shame and isolation that goes along with addiction.
And you were talking about resources. So what are some of the best ones for quitting?
Sure. I mean, it really depends on what somebody is dealing with and whether or not maybe they also have some type of trauma or depression, what we call a co-occurring psychiatric disorder. So I do think starting with some type of helping professional is a good place to start, but there's a lot of free resources available out there as well. A lot of what we call mutual aid or recovery pathways that can help you make these types of changes that actually don't have any cost associated with them, such as Alcoholics Anonymous or Smart Recovery.
And that is an important point because what might work for someone doesn't work for someone else. So if they think, okay, that what you're going through is not going to work for me, it is good to go to a professional. Speaking of some of those resources, medicine is one of them. So how effective is that been?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of research that shows that an individual has the best chance of successfully sort of recovering or remitting their substance use disorder when they combine medications with what we call psychosocial intervention. So that might be therapy, support groups, lifestyle changes, and then also the medication. And those might be medications specifically for treating their alcohol use disorder or medications for treating other psychiatric conditions like depression or trauma. So it's really the combination of these things that we offer for our clients and has the best evidence to support.
All right, so the first step is getting the help, and it is very much out there. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.